Good morning. It's great to be with you. I'm coming today from Brisbane, Australia, the capital of the state of Queensland. We're on the banks of the Brisbane River, kind of enjoying an early morning as people are strolling to work. Beautiful, peaceful views behind us. Just to the other side is a bustling city getting ready for another day of work. Talking about getting ready for another day of work, the trip has been very, very successful. I just want to share with you a few things about the Leaded conference in Australia this year. For those of you who attended or missed out, next year will be in Perth, and I'm already fairly excited. I'm getting those abstracts ready for submission. You know, there's an interesting number of themes in the conference, and one of the themes I clearly heard was cloud computing. Whether I'm in Australia, Europe, Asia, Africa, or back in the US, I'm hearing a lot about cloud computing. And the aspect of cloud computing is not that everybody's going to the public cloud. They're often, defraying their IT to a third party that they don't know who they are or what they're doing or where they are. A lot of IT are using this as a culture shift opportunity, where they're changing the way they deliver IT and the way they communicate with the business, where they're communicating with the business in business terms rather than IT terms. I hosted a panel on cloud computing, and it was very, very well attended, and the questions were great. We had an hour, and we could use probably another hour. But, one of the interesting comments that came out of that panel was the fact that, as an IT organisation, even though I may be delivering everything internally still, cloud computing is becoming such a buzzword and such hype in the public that if you go back to the business and tell them that you're delivering in cloud, it gives you a perfect opportunity to consider aspects like virtualization and changing the way you deliver internal IT so that you communicate with the business now in terms of the business service that's consumed, what it looks like and how it's delivered, rather than the components of making it up. So let me give you an example. One of the challenges I had in banking, and I worked for a bank not far from here for a while, was that the bank thought that the business unit owned the assets. They actually owned the servers and the networks and the components and all the bits and things. And really, if you think about it fundamentally, you've got to transition that ownership concept away from them so that they realise they own the service that's delivered, the actual experience of the end user and what the application does and how it delivers it, and that the customer is satisfied. And in that instance, then they can shift the discussion away from technology to business expectations. That's got to help IT. It's got to help us be able to stress our resources, the components that we have already installed. And it's also got to help us deliver more value to our customers because we can focus on what they really need, rather than having a discussion of technology. It's an interesting culture change and opportunity, and I know I'm reminded of some of the US government departments as well that are doing the same thing right now. They're transitioning from talking about technology and technology delivery to the service they're delivered, and they're using the cloud as a metaphor to change that conversation. Cloud as a metaphor, today's message. Think about it. Well, from Brisbane, thanks for joining me. It's almost time for Mumbai, India, and maybe one more from Australia before I leave these shores, and I won't be back here for a while, so I hope you enjoyed the scenery and the Brisbane River. So I'll leave you at the Brisbane River and talk to you soon. Bye now.